we're fucking back.
Jared long pause over here.
That's right.
You know, last episode we recorded kind of fucking sucked, so I feel like we gotta make it up to these.
Oh
Is
my!
that out
these
yet?
7 views
Is
that
out
we're
yet?
gonna get. No, it's coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, we were all fucked up last episode.
Yeah, that was awful. It's been keeping me up at night thinking about how just probably terrible. I haven't even watched it, edited it. I don't even want to look at it, but I know I got to.
Fucking. So basically, last weekend we tripped on acid. Jared and Beef did it one day, and then me and Jared did it the next day. And
Separate. This is
Two-time champ.
two-time champ over here
And then I did it
two
2 times after. Since then.
You're a fucking psychopath.
Literally. You need to
Jesus
chill.
Christ.
I'm good. I feel better than ever.
You're a
I
psychopath.
feel great.
But so you're going insane. No, but fucking. So then we all they had a good trip, and then the acid turned on Beef. We'll get to that, and then the acid just kicked my ass the whole time. And we're gonna do it all again next week on camera for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get an episode in. If it all
We're gonna
works out
try
that way.
and try our
if
hardest.
it all works out, you guys will see something that should never have been recorded ever.
Yeah,
We should call it the Acid Cast.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
the acid. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Because
like
acid
that.
churches are taken.
Yeah, I don't think we could even fit the description of the acid church. We ain't ready for that.
Nah,
Yeah,
we're not
it's
crazy
crazy.
enough for that.
Yeah, so we're gonna trip
We're not
balls, have some
seasoned
special
enough.
guests. Yeah, have some special guests. Oh shit,
Moose!
Moose, get out of here!
Guy.
The cat's going crazy. Oh, he just hit his head off the stool, son. He said, "Oh fuck that."
Retreat!
So you gotta let him know sometimes, folks. You
Yeah,
come over
sometimes
here,
he's kind of an asshole.
pussy start wilding out. You gotta let him know. But yeah, no. So why don't you trip first? So why don't you give your side of the story? What happened with your acid trip?
I was fighting buffaloes all night. Like, it was at first it was a 1-on-1, me and the buffalo. I was good dog. And then about like 7-8 hours in, thought I beat that buffalo into submission. I thought it was all over. Out of nowhere, he showed up with his homies and they jumped me.
Yeah.
They straight up jumped me. They put me in a headlock. They put me in an arm bar. Like, it was just.
Tell him what did you in
Terrible.
though. What
What?
was what's the choice of food you made?
Oh, I had a McRib right before.
Yeah.
And I got violently sick when I was getting
That
jumped.
was the worst decision. Of
Worst
the night, for
decision
sure.
of the night.
We should have.
Oh my god, the
we sh-
smell of it in the box in his car. The next
Yeah.
morning, I almost
As soon as I
literally
looked at the
just
box,
fainted.
I was like, "Fuck!"
I
that
threw
was
it when I seen
Yeah.
I just said nope. I don't even want to look at that.
I was crying when Jared was telling me like the whole story the next day before me and him trip. Me and him weren't even going to trip, and then he just randomly goes, "Yeah, I'm dropping acid," and I was just like, "Well, I mean, if you're doing it, I'm doing it too." But fucking, he was telling me the whole story and everything, and he goes, and I just leaned up to the bathroom door as Beef's taking a shit, and I just go, "Was it the McRib?" And Beef goes, "Yeah, it was the McRib." Dude, we should put this McDonald's CEO in the citizen's arrest.
That
Yeah,
shit is not food.
It
No,
is.
it's not
It isn't,
food.
dude.
No way.
Dude,
it's
tell
not
me-
even close to food, let alone a fucking rib. Like,
Like, I don't
fight-
even think Moose would eat that
Yeah.
shit. My cat wouldn't eat that at all.
The Buffaloes came back for revenge, kid.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, you ate our brother, son."
Overall, though, like, it was a great trip. Like, we
Where
had
you
a
going?
great time.
yeah,
So,
I know you're running up on me.
yeah, he thinks he's a tough guy over here.
Sometimes he just likes to run up and start clawing the shit out of you. Like, you just stay the fuck away from me.
he's trying to
There's
pick
something
him
with
up.
these chairs. I don't know why.
Yeah, he really just likes fucking them up.
So, with the trip the next day, Jared and me took half a tab because that's all we thought he had, and then I was like, "Oh, I wish we had more acid," and then he goes,
We do.
"Oh my god."
I had another folded up piece of paper in there.
You forgot,
Olive.
but you forgot it. You realized like 20 minutes later, you go, "Oh my god, I have more acid," and then we dropped another half a tab, and I was like, whatever, what a full
It happens
tab.
when you get a whole bunch of free acid.
What is wrong with this fucking
You
cat?
don't keep track of it.
He's off his shit, bro.
It's been bugging out the past past week.
Because how much
Since-
acid you been taking?
Since we started taking acid, he's been acting weird. He might have got into some.
Yeah, I'm like a little bit. Got a little schizophrenic cat over here now.
Yeah.
But
What are you gonna do?
Such an asshole. You know, it took 4 years to build a good relationship with that cat. Ruined it after today. He's being an asshole, and I hate him again.
but so then Jared had his trip didn't really hit at all because he had tripped the night before.
It was
See?
such an anticlimactic, just
Yeah.
And
At
because
that point, it's just you're wastefully putting chemicals in your body for no reason.
and because I fucking took it 30 minutes after, that shit was... I was having a good time. Jared's cousin came, dropped the tab, and we were all having a good time. His tab didn't kick in yet, so we went and got some coffee at Seasons. And fucking some shit... I don't even want to talk about that on the podcast. It happened in fucking Seasons.
that was funny.
That shit was funny, though. My family member walked in while I'm tripping balls on acid. Not fun. And fucking... Then we get back and we're drinking, fucking smoking, having a good time. Jared hands me another tab of acid. And in my head, I'm like, good idea. I'm already having a good time. It could only get better from here. The acid beat me into submission, folks. I was strong in the first round, but say it was a 5-round UFC championship fight. I was strong in the first round. The second round, I started to deteriorate. And then the end of the second, he pulled me down. He had me up and slammed me down.
Fighting John Jones.
Dude, fucking knocked all the breath out of me. He just starts transitioning all over me on the ground. 4th and 5th round, he's just smothering me, holding me down. And you know what? I didn't tap. I made it to the
You
end.
didn't tap.
But I made it to the end. But ultimately, I still lost.
It was funny because every time I thought you were getting into like a hole, like a deep enough hole to where I was like, oh shit, like that might be like I feel like there was like terror going on in your mind. But like there's like a level of terror on acid to where it's like the okay terror.
It ultimately was good. Like I had
Yeah.
a really good trip still, even though it was horrifying at the same time.
Like there were some moments where I was like, oh shit, like this might have been a bad idea. Like I genuinely felt bad for like giving you all this shit and like you like starting to freak out.
It
But
was
then-
just because I think we kept taking the acid over and over. We took it like 3 different times, 30 minutes apart from each other each time.
Yeah, acid's a weird one. It's something that you can't just like
Take advantage of.
yeah.
Fuck around.
Not only that, but the thing is, it does cause major chemical imbalances in your brain, and that's something to be very wary of. Like I've seen kids like. It's weird because you really don't know it happens until it's too late.
Yeah.
And then you see motherfuckers that are just brainwashed now, and it's like
you don't even know where it came from. You
That's
don't know
the
who
feeling
made
that-
it. You don't know what kind of crazy hippie Grateful Dead listening motherfuckers in their fucking basement making this
In
shit.
a bathtub.
Like,
and some fucking stained tighty whities.
Yep.
That's what I felt though, like where it was literally like, oh, this is what it's like to lose your mind. Like
Yeah,
this is what it
it's
literally feels like to
definitely
go like.
But I feel like on the
Has
other
an
hand, though,
aroma
that's
of
what
that.
good acid feels
Yeah.
like. Like it's just an all like straight mind melting like.
Like it lets you
experience.
kind of
That was
like it lets you experience like
How-
some kind of like how far you can
unstable
kind of go.
reality truly is.
Yeah, like it makes you appreciate normalcy in a way. Like if
Yeah.
you have like a really intense trip, like once you come back,
You're like, thank
oh
fucking
yeah,
Christ.
thank fucking God.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell you this right now. Jimmy Page's guitar bring you back to consciousness now.
Led Zeppelin, man.
Stairway to Heaven straight.
That's why that music is
drove me.
timeless, because they're not like strategically playing music, although they're all like super talented, like technical musicians, but like they're not trying to craft something with Led Zeppelin. They just fucking got fucked up and just let it flow, and that's why it's every time, no matter what song it is, you hear Led Zeppelin, you're like, oh my God, like fucking.
It's just
Christ.
a synchronicity, you know.
Yeah,
and
like, they just had-
talented musicians.
Yeah, they had just had like a certain fucking a certain freedom with their music.
Here's my thing too, like especially with like live performances, like a song, you know, like you know what the guitar solo sounds like on the recorded track, but like on the like at a big show, all of a sudden Jimmy Page might bust out a 12-minute solo.
Yeah.
And here's my thing: is I don't think he like talked it over before. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do a 12-minute,
Nah,
30-second
we all
solo.
feel it
Jump.
out, yeah.
You have to, and they come back in perfect
Yeah.
timing. It's because they're all just feeling each other's wave. In a
They're
sense.
just synced up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not like people anymore. They're just like
It's like women on their menstrual cycles.
yeah.
Although I've noticed, all right, so women when they're together in their menstrual cycle, like lines up, I feel like that's the same for guys. I feel like guys that spend enough time together, you end up having to piss at the same time.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Unless you're me and you have a fucking crazy diabetic bladder without having diabetes.
I get a crazy bladder at work. I don't know why. I think it's all the coffee I drink in the fucking morning.
My bladder at work is pretty good. Like I use the
I
bathroom.
go to the bathroom
more
way
than
more than I have
Yeah.
to go.
just to hit the jewel and get away.
Yeah.
The cool thing what about our job real quick with the whole like dressing like a scientist? Like
Yeah.
you gotta wear the big white lab coat and the hairnet.
Mm.
It's annoying putting that shit on in the process, but when you think about it, it's just soaking up altogether throughout the day. It soaks up a decent amount of chunk of time to where it's like, and you have to do it. So it's not like you're like
Yeah, I'm killing
time.
Okay,
It's like
gotta
you
do it.
have to do it.
Hey, I gotta put my shoe on. I'm sorry it took me 30
Yeah.
minutes. I'm kind of slow, man.
Oh man, honestly, my favorite thing about the place is just the people we work with.
Mhm.
We work some actual fictional characters. It's comedy and it's
It
amazing.
really is.
Watch out for that new Joe Legs track dropping soon.
Mhm.
Executively produced by Jay Rizzo
Mhm.
and Beefer.
Oh my.
It's not started yet, but it will happen.
will
and It's
happen.
gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna sound. It's either gonna if we drop it, it's because it's some fucking bars
Yeah.
If Joe Leg drops it, we'll put the link. But
in an old podcast
Yeah,
bio.
yeah, you
you
know.
really gotta look for it.
Yeah, we can't just be that guy. That guy got any kind of notoriety. He didn't have killing himself from some of them comments you probably get.
nah, he's a pretty lighthearted dude. He takes a lot of fucking like not fucking shit, but like
Yeah,
people
no.
bust his balls and he takes it like a
Yeah, like
fucking
he'll start
champ.
freestyling and it really will be the worst thing you've ever heard in your life, and someone will be like, "Yo, that shit is ass legs," and he's
Like
just
he'll get
yeets.
roasted and then he'll just like laugh it off and roast somebody, roast a person right back.
And the thing is, his roasts are
Tremendous.
like
Mhm.
it is the funniest thing you'll ever hear because it is the dumbest shit. Like he'll look at you and be like, "Shut up, you old ugly honey bun!" Like, and it's like, what?
You just look at it. Look at the dude he says that to next time. And be like, you just got roasted by a dude who can barely walk. Just get out of the
Just
fucking
the fact
break
that he
room.
did that though, like that backstory of like.
So
yo,
I need to
squad.
ask him because I really want to know if that's true or
Yeah.
not. But I've heard it from two people. He grew up with cerebral palsy, but he trained his legs to be strong enough to not need the crutches or special things. Like he would walk around on his tiptoes
Yeah.
all the time as a kid. So now he doesn't need them, and like he clearly has a fucked up leg and like he limps and shit. But his rap name is Joe Legs.
It's fucking-
We call him Lil Wobbles.
Little wobbles. That's tremendous. Oh my.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one that started it because nobody called him Lil Wobbles. Like I didn't hear it, and then I was like, "Yo, Lil Wobbles," and then I heard B started like throwing it in every now and again.
Yo, you know that odds? Have you ever seen that? Like, I always used to get recommended on YouTube that Odd Squad like rap group. It's all like the dudes with like deformities that rap. Like,
Cool, the
dude's
Odd
got
Squad.
like,
I like
when
that.
dude's got like
That really does sound like something I'd be recommended for you.
Dude's got like no arms. Like he's just like
He's got
show a
nubs.
little white kid with glasses and no arms.
Was that the shit that I sent you
Oh shit.
where they were like, he's got no arms? Remember I sent
No,
you that
I
shit?
don't-
It was
I
like a
don't think
skit.
that-
You remember though?
Yeah, yeah, it's that. I know what you're talking about. But
They were
it's not
local from around here. I'm pretty sure. Those people.
that. The odds. All right. Well, what you sent me?
Nah, that shit
Yeah,
that I sent you. I think they were from around here. They might not be though.
I don't know. Around you go to Warwick, you find some weird people.
Mm.
We go to a trailer park up in Portsmouth.
You know what's funny? Today, I did like a small photo shoot with my auntie, my cousin, and his girlfriend because my auntie wanted a picture.
This came out
of me.
dope, by the way.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you come on, right?
No,
That picture, I was gonna comment young, sexy, but I had texted you that, so I was like, I didn't want to like, I wanted to be original.
I
know what
you mean.
In my own mind. It
So,
kinda
like,
watered
I
it
wanted to
down.
comment. This kid's got a fucking hog.
But I fucking, which I'm really psyched that I got to do today because I had that new variable filter and I haven't really gotten a chance to really use it.
Yeah,
I
out
finally
in
did
like light and shit.
But
This came out
fuck,
nice.
I forgot what I was going at now.
Camera.
Oh
photo
yeah,
shoot?
so I was trying to explain to my auntie like how like I want to get a new camera and like how much like just like what the pieces and how like everything's expensive because it's just retardedly expensive for everything and like everything's individual pieces basically you have to buy and like build it like a transformer, and she was just so lost listening to it and I was just like. But she kept asking questions, and I could see it going nowhere in her eyes, and I was like, Auntie, just stop asking these questions. It's okay.
My Uncle Sam be like that with the computer. Like we'll be like, he'll ask me to show him how to send an email. I've shown him how to send an email, maybe 30 times. How to put an
Right.
attachment.
Okay, so can I tell you guys the funniest explaining technology story ever? So this was one of the most painful by far on my end, and I love my grandma to death, but I will never forget about this. Remember slide phones?
Yeah.
She got one. And it took me literally over 3 hours to explain to her how to slide it up. I kept doing it, and I'd put her hands on it and show her how, and she would look me dead in the eyes and goes, "But how does it slide?" And I would go, "Grandma, like this," and she'd go, but how did you just do that,
What, Grandma?
Penny? And I was just like,
Was she trying to understand like how the phone actually slid up though? Like trying to understand the technology of it?
mechanism?
I showed her the things. I was like, Grandma, there's little slides in there. It slides. She goes, okay, but how did you do it? I go,
Like, there's like a button release.
yeah, literally.
It's
And
like
I'm like,
where
and I
you're
put
like,
her
"Is
hands
this
on it. I showed
Alzheimer's?"
her. I was like, it's just free slide up and down. But how
Now
did
she's
you
back
do
to
it?
a flip phone.
Yeah, back to the.
She wanted me to send her that video of fucking
Yeah.
and I was like, and then she like showed me her. She like pulled out her phone. I was
You're
like,
like,
oh,
that's
that's
not
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
work.
Yeah. That's not.
She was like, just
happening.
try it. I'm like, it's technology. That just
don't work like that.
there's a brick wall. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. When it like she is the smartest woman on the planet of
Mm-hmm.
anything other than technology. When it comes to technology, she's gonna look at it like she's looking at Chinese math.
Yeah.
It's literally like it could have a big button that says power on, and she's gonna look at it and be like, I don't know if I should push that to turn it on, dog.
Well,
Might
good
be
thing.
self-destruct
Yeah.
in disguise.
Like literally.
Good thing the Chinese are coming soon. She's gonna have to learn Chinese math anyways. So
No,
Already
it's
working
even
on it.
worse. Like she's super impatient, but she doesn't want new technology that goes fast. She wants old shit that she can kind of understand, but then gets mad when it's slow. Try to explain to her DVD player. I'm like, you hit power, and it takes a minute to turn on. It turns on. She's like, all right, so how do I make the DVD work? I was like, you put it in the disc, and like I showed her, I put it in. You know, like DVD players, it takes a couple minutes sometimes. Hers is mad old. It takes like 3 minutes for it to actually start loading.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there. And all of a sudden, I hear click, 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 click. I look over, she's clicking every button on the remote. I'm like, Grandma, what the fuck? I'm bugging. I'm like, stop. I had to turn everything. I redid it. I'm like, Grandma, don't push no button this time. Wait for it. Then everything comes on. She was like, oh, okay, I understand now. And she was like, okay, show me one more time just so I know. I was like, all right. Set it all up in the waiting process there. Click, click, click. I'm like, you motherfucker, what are you doing?
I didn't realize how much the older
she's like,
generation.
I just like spending time with Matthew.
I didn't realize how much the older generation really needs us for like technology. Because I realized the other day that my mom and Ron, my stepdad, still have fucking like Dish Network, like cable and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys have like a Roku, smart TV, all this shit, but you don't have Netflix or Hulu or anything like that. You're still paying for like probably 3 times as much for like both of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Netflix and Hulu, it's what, 20 something bucks a month.
Yeah,
Well, it
and, like,
depends what they watch, though.
yeah, but you gotta think Ron and Brenda don't like really. Ron's outside working all the time.
At night though, like
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sure
they spend
they're
a lot of
type
time
that,
in
like,
the TV.
Yeah,
for sure.
but here's the
Especially
thing:
now.
is like, do they have certain shows that like are live shows? That
Yeah,
you
they
aren't
watch
gonna
wrestling too.
Well, yeah, that like
Because then you have to pay for special things on Hulu, which costs more.
yeah.
Yeah, you
know
pay for
what
like
I'm saying?
Hulu TV and
Yeah,
shit. If you
they have YouTube TV, which is like equal, and they all cost about the same.
I
Personally,
just
I
figured
just
if I
want a
told them-
Crunchyroll and a Funimation account. I don't need nothing else.
What's the first one?
Crunchyroll?
What's that?
Also an anime one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
just
like
need
sushi
a.
dish right
Alright.
there.
I just need
Like
some OnlyFans accounts.
Just pornography
Just some
channel.
pornography channels
Porno
on the thing,
premium.
and just saying, local ladies over here. I see you starting
So we're
fucking
working on an
OnlyFans.
idea where if we can find a really good OnlyFans model, we'd pay her a certain amount of money, where if people who subscribe to her can send proof that they subscribe to our channel, they receive one free nude.
Yeah.
So,
Calling all sluts.
yes.
Exactly, and just so you know, I've been subscribing to local ladies, trying to find one to do it, and I subscribed to one today. They just started
Looking
one
for a
up.
lady
And
to lick your nutsack.
exactly, I just want to say, ladies around here, tremendous work. You guys are doing God's work out there.
Yeah, I heard
It's
you're the
beautiful.
redheads.
Yeah, I love them. I love redheads.
I feel like
I
Rhode
love
Island is a
redheads, blondes, transvestites, all of fucking.
I feel like Rhode Island's a very ugly state.
It's a
Like
piece
per
of
capita,
shit.
we just got ugly motherfuckers everywhere.
So I feel like coming from Rhode Island, it's such like an unknown place that like anytime you see Rhode Island shouted out in anything, you get hyped like that show.
Yeah, I
you.
get dumb
Yeah,
after
so-
I hear what I said it out.
I was watching this show that show that I was telling you that I'm super into, Manhunt,
Oh,
Danger,
Yeah.
Deadly Games Deadly, some shit. Fucking awesome show. Love that show. But they were like deep in these North Carolina forests, and someone goes, this forest is the same size as Rhode Island. You're not gonna be able. And as soon as I heard them say it, I was like,
Yeah,
yo.
because it's so small and not known for anything cool. It's like you hear, it, you're like, yeah. It's like this
Yeah.
weird, like fucking, I don't know.
It's like when your block gets shouted out. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's so small, but we're so stacked up on top of each other.
Like,
Like,
like that whole movie, like that whole Federal Hill movie. If that was like in Connecticut, I'd be like, this movie kind of sucks. Like,
Yeah.
no, it was a good movie, but I wouldn't have that like initial
Yeah.
fucking like,
Bound,
interest in
like,
it.
yeah.
I was so psyched to see it, and it was pretty fucking cool. Like you see Brown and shit. You see like weird
That
little
is
spots of
pretty cool.
Providence. It's cool.
I smoked
You know-
weed in that spot.
Yeah, I was like, I
took
got
a piss
fucked. I
over there.
literally have like.
You know
gotten
what?
fucked up
One
on
thing
those
I always
stairs.
forget about. One time I was going through Prov during a water fire, fucked up on mushrooms, and it was lit.
Yeah.
Providence
like-
gets pretty lit.
Water fire on
Yeah.
mushrooms was fucking dope because, like, in your mind, especially because like this was before I got glasses and I was already going pretty blind. Like
It
all I
makes
could
mushrooms
see,
so much better, though.
insane.
So much better.
But
love
all
it.
I could see was just literally fire on top of water and no middle piece, and I was like, "Yo, like shit was dope."
I haven't done shrooms. I want to do shrooms next.
I prefer
Fuck
it
the
way
acid. We
more.
should do
Yeah.
some shrooms this weekend.
I love shrooms so
Let's.
much. But like shrooms, you gotta eat a lot of them.
Yeah, but if you put it in, like, you ever put it on pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza. My favorite way to eat them
I ain't
is
go with taste.
with like.
What?
I ain't go with taste.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
I like
I know.
mushrooms with
But
like Oreos. And
I
peanut
recommend
butter and shit.
everyone for their first eighth eat it straight. That way you get that way you really tame the like the beast on that one. Keep like a piece of gum and something for right after, because when I tell you you're eating shit,
Dude,
you're
I-
actually eating. shit.
My mom's boy. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't fucking say that, but fucking yeah, no, but
Some guy.
some guy gave me a mushroom one time. He just gave me like a stem, and I remember I like put it in my mouth. I chewed it, and then just went to the trash and threw up. It just was like I had to throw
It
up a
tastes
lot,
terrible.
but I threw up. I was like that. It wasn't enough to trip at all, but I was just like that was disgusting.
Yeah, when I tell you are eating shit, you're actually
Yeah,
eating
you're
shit.
actually eating
On
straight
New
shit.
Year's Eve, almost a year ago, I ate literally an eighth of those things just raw, straight out of the bag. Like no water, no
Yup.
food, no nothing, just straight up, just fucking.
No
ate the
water is
mushrooms.
tough to do. Tough.
It was, but like I wanted to just be high on them so bad, and it was such a mission to get them. And I was so excited to do them. As soon as I fucking like, because I
Popped them
knew,
in your mouth. Yeah,
I just like was
ate
eating
them like a
I'm
candy.
Fuck it, yo.
I don't
New Year's
think-
Eve.
I don't think present day I could do it with no water.
It was pretty disgusting.
I don't think I could do it with no food either.
the taste
present day.
lingers for like a while. You're like,
You could do like a peanut butter sandwich.
It's so good with peanut butter.
Yeah.
The peanut butter and chocolate are the two like maskers of
Peanut butter
of
masks
it,
everything.
Like, yeah.
Peanut butter,
So
peanut
good.
butter with
When
weed.
I ate 6.5 grams with peanut butter crackers. Like
When
and
our
there's,
boy used to go to
no
Rick,
fucking taste.
there was like a good like 2 week span where like I don't know, a couple different times we'd go to their like food hall or cafeteria or something, and it would only be us in there. And when no one like with the people behind the counter weren't looking, we'd sprinkle the mushrooms on our pizza and eat it right in the hall.
Yeah.
And like we thought we were little badasses for it.
Dude, I fucking
Still.
have to do acid next week now.
Dude,
I gotta
mushrooms
redeem
was
myself.
cool.
I gotta redeem myself, bro.
No, not even. You had a good trip.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
You had a better.
guys-
You had a better start to finish than I did.
I didn't get sick. That's
Like
that
out
was a
of
good
all
thing.
the trips I have,
I got sick.
I've tripped off of like a way smaller tab than that and thought I was going insane before. Like I was like, fuck, like I'm broken, like my mind. But I was like young still, but I was like,
No,
It's
Devin, let me
supposed to
tell
do
you,
that
I've
shit.
taken a lot of ass in my life. That was some of the strongest, and you made it.
Yeah, sure. The funniest thing was when I looked at I went into the bathroom for
Just
a
take one
second to
tab.
take a piss. Yeah, no, I probably will just take one tab.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just one little one.
But fucking, when I went into the bathroom, I went to go take a piss, and I just looked at the toilet, and I said, "Oh, I get it. I understand why Beef kept shitting." Because if I sat on that toilet right now, I would be like, "Jared, keep the
And the
TP
thing
coming,
is,
baby."
I had eaten before we linked up to go, and then I had a McRib right
so that
after I
shit was
eaten.
ready.
Yeah,
Shit
that
was
was
ready.
coming out.
That shit
no
was
matter what.
digested normal, and the McRib said, "Cannonball!" Went to the acid, just ruined it.
Literally.
No nutritional value at all. Just straight up just block of
So
shit.
it was gonna be like a
inside you.
solid shit, and then that McRib just cannonballed into that acid and just ruined it.
It was awful.
Yeah, no, that don't sound like fun.
It's like acid doesn't really
But
make
even
me
if
nauseous, but
I feel like even if I didn't get sick, the acid would have tried turning on me, but I would have dominated.
Yeah.
It just that stomach. It fucked me up because it made me bound to the toilet and nervous of being away from it. And like if I didn't have this like, oh, I have to be in the bathroom type mentality,
Yeah.
I would have been fine because I would have been able to just chill out here and just vibe out to some shit.
I could just tell by the way you were standing, you were in pain because you were like not like standing like how you normally stand. You
Yeah.
were like you had like physical like a physical fucking disruption that you were just
Yeah.
like you just had to.
I was getting
oh my
beaten to
God,
submission by my stomach.
Yeah. I
My
felt
stomach
so
was
bad too. I was like, God damn.
I
There's
just
no remedy for that.
nothing.
Shit.
And I was so terrified just because like when you're having a bad trip and you're getting violently sick, you just really want a doctor to tell you it's gonna be okay, but you know there's no chance of that happening, so you're just like, what do I do? Had my dumb high ass. I'm
relying on me.
Yeah.
Jared.
7 in the morning.
I'm like, you're gonna be alright, B.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Got me
Go to the
Googling.
hospital?
Yo, I'm Googling how to stop an acid trip.
I was fucking crying because I remember when I was up here alone and like I was going. It was the start of going through it. I was like, oh, I'm fucked up. Like, this is crazy right now. It's fucking crazy. And I'm scrolling through YouTube trying to find something to watch, and then I just see Chinese meditation sleep music. And I was,
That's my favorite part of that whole trip.
it just made me. It made my trip so
No,
much
it
worse
wasn't
because
like
I was like, I'm about to go into some fucking shit where I'm gonna need some Chinese sleep meditation
It's there
shit.
if you need it.
Yeah, it's
YouTube
there.
knows now. I'm like, alright.
Oh my god! I was like, Beef went through it
I
last
was going
night.
through it. So. No, it was not even. It was like 12 hours before you started.
Yeah.
I was going through it.
Oh, in the same space, dude.
Yeah.
This apartment saw a
Right
lot.
there.
This apartment saw a lot within 24 hours.
Yeah, this
Crazy.
apartment's seen a lot in the past. Like, imagine what it's seen with Ronnie Jr. when like,
I
he
think
was
about
going
that all the
crazy.
time. He told me he had like one time when he was in high school, he had like 7 people tripping out in here. Like, you know what I mean? That was just him in high school. He lived here till he was like 23, 24, some shit.
One thing I also wanted to add to the story about the whole acid trip was it was so bad that Jared's. We've talked about it before. Jared's apartment is very fucking haunted.
Yeah.
Not very fucking haunted, but like it's pretty fucking haunted.
Slightly haunted.
Slightly kind of
Pretty
haunted.
creepy.
Yeah.
And so I'm fucking, just freaking out. I started praying for the ghosts to come out, just so I didn't feel so alone. I was just like, dear God, please just like let a
me and Tyler
colonial
were under the
soldier come
impression-
out.
Me and Tyler B were under the impression that we were bothering you, and like you're like it was Zenness, so we were like.
No, Tyler B
like,
kept
it's
talking to me,
best
so that was fucking with me.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
kept trying to talk to me, and I know why. He was trying to help me get out of that and get my mind off of it. But in my head, it was fucking me up
You
so
know
much
what's
more.
weird? When I was in like just the straight trenches of the bad acid trip, I was just like, I'd really like it if like Tyler B would just show up and take me to just giant bear arms and just like, you're gonna be okay, B.
He squished
And
me
I'm
between the
like,
couch. He took both couch cushions, like squished me down. I was like, "No, stop, Tyler B." I was like freaking out in my head.
Tyler B was telling me, he was like, I didn't even think you were serious when I was texting him about like, yo, come take acid, all this shit. And when he got here, he wasn't even thinking about that shit, and I just handed it to him, and he was like, not really thinking about it, took it, and he was like, bro, he's like, I don't even want to take acid. He's like, I'm tripping right now. He's like, I don't even want to be tripping, like, because he took 8 tabs and lost his mind.
Yeah.
Like, he just went through the ringer in the past couple of months. He was like, I don't even want to do this tonight.
All fucked up.
I was like, yes, very good, yes.
What did oh my god, what was when we were at work and Lil Gary was like, oh, I want y'all to go help pack out for like an hour and a half, like after you go on break or whatever. And we went on break for like an hour, so we were gonna come back. No, we went on break for a half hour. And then right when we came back from break, the supervisor comes over, the lead comes over, and he's like, oh, what are you guys doing here? We're like, we explained to him because we're cool with him or whatever. And he goes, yo, that's crazy. We're about to go on our 45 right now. And I just immediately started, I was like,
Let's go.
my hand just started rolling, bro. I was shoot.
So many situations that work out so fucking perfectly there. Like,
Bro, the day we left Fall River was the most beautiful day. All right, so this place is just awful.
It's like
being in Fall
graduation
River.
day.
Yeah, like we were just in the like we've been there for like an hour and a half maybe. And then one of the dudes that came over that was finally about to train Jared came over and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to take him like to go train him for a few hours, and then he's gonna come back over here with you." And I was like, "All right."
to any of that.
Yeah, and I was like, "All right, whatever." And like I was just calling bags of chicken, and so was he. And then he was like, "I'm gonna do that in like 20 minutes or whatever." And I was like, "All right, bet." So like 10 minutes goes by, and he's still out doing whatever he's got to do. So this woman comes over, and she's like, HR needs to, you guys need to go report to HR right now." And we were like, what? And then some other woman came over, right? It was like one and then two came over. She was like, oh, Joanna and HR needs you right now. And we were like, what for? And they were like, I think they need you in Warren or whatever. We were like, what? Ran to HR. Ran there. We get there. Some lady puts us on the phone with Joanna, and she's like, can you guys come to Warren right now? We were like, Say less,
That's so
baby.
So funny because it was on like speakerphone, so like every like lady in that little office area had like they were like listening, and we were just obviously so souped to get out of there. We
Yeah.
were like touching, baby.
Yeah, literally.
Fuck this place.
It was comedy. And then we got stoned and stopped for McDonald's on the way.
Took our sweet ass time,
We need these kids to cut bags of chicken.
and then never went back again.
We went there for pack out, and honestly, that night they could have probably gone by without us. No, we stayed till 2 in the morning, didn't we?
We stayed.
That was a
We stayed
late
pretty
night.
late,
Yeah,
yeah.
we started at 2, ended at 2.
Yeah. I didn't even mind. I was so happy to not be in Fall River.
Yeah, I was dead hyped. Dead hyped.
And then Gary comes over, was OG Gary, and he was like, "Yeah, you probably won't be going to Fall River no more."
Yeah, he was like, no more Fall River. We're like, what? The
This
music
is the
in my
best days
ears.
ever.
I'm like, I believe in God.
Yeah.
I
Oh, you should check your camera.
just reset it a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Goddamn
Crazy.
muscle hamster.
Yeah,
know,
I'm
right?
fucking moving over
Yeah,
And then
here, guy.
tattooed on your lower backside.
Bad my man over here. I'm talking about, hey ladies, what's going on?
Nevin,
Tell
how
me
much
your
money
fucking
off this
pussies.
podcast do we have to raise for you to get a tramp stamp? Real question. Hold on. Stop.
Just
this
enough
is
to cover the
serious.
tramp stamp.
How much?
$65 enough to cover the tramp stamp.
I could get you a tramp stamp for free.
I know you could. I
No, no,
probably
no,
could
no,
get
no.
a tramp
Hold
stamp
on.
for free
That's
too.
true.
Alright, no. Real question. How much do we have
No,
to
I'm not
raise?
doing a tramp stamp. Because I'm not getting a tattoo, man. I'm the last of a dying breed. I don't want a tattoo. Me and Texie talked about this last time.
I think we can find a dollar amount.
It'd be a lot of money.
What if like we could raise like $2,000 cash?
$2,000 cash is nothing, bro.
Yo, when's the last time you had $2,000 cash?
Fucking, I got $9,000 cash right
You-
now
You have cash right now?
on me. $9,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We borrow a couple hundred.
Nah, I'm fucking. I ain't getting no tramp stamp.
Alright.
What about a calf tattoo
I don't
of a
want
hot
tattoo.
dog?
I want a tattoo.
A glizzy on the
Hot dog
back of
is
your
glizzy.
leg, dude.
Fucking
Come on.
Shit, I'll get it.
That was gonna be the tramp stamp.
My boy
It was
in
gonna
the-
be a glizzy.
My boy in the army, he like they used to do bets and they had like a shitty. They had this like tattoo machine they bought off of Amazon. They would give each other shitty tattoos.
Oh my god.
It just like my friend lost a bet and he's a Broncos fan, and like it was the year the Broncos did like fucking awful, like a wicked bad season, and he had to get like Super Bowl champs Broncos like that year.
Oh
Right,
my
I think he ended up winning the bet. I think he got out of that, and then his like command, the head of his fucking platoon or whatever, had fucking pineapples all up and down his
Oh,
legs because he
no.
lost a bet.
That's awful.
So that's what our tax dollars are going towards in the military.
Could be doing worse.
Fuck
And they would
me.
do a Percocet in Molly.
You gotta have a good time. I think if anybody has the right to do them, it's them.
Yeah.
I want to go to the army if I
believe
can do
that.
Percocet in Molly.
What if like
You're 10 steps ahead.
Hmm?
10 steps ahead over here.
yeah.
It's the money bags. What the fuck was that noise?
It's my dehydrated, about to pass out noise.
I feel that.
That's a good noise to hear. I thought that was like your battle cry.
No, my battle cry is very specific.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wombat.
That is a very specific battle cry.
Folks, I'm about to get laid off from my job for the winter, so if you guys need any good dick sucking, nude photography,
Breaking
any
some
of the
work.
sorts, I could do literally anything you need me to do. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I'll break your heart just for fun. But I'm going to need at least $200 a job because
you be
that's
a
what I was...
gimp?
Yeah. I
could
said
probably get you a
physically
job
and-
in our building.
Oh, no, this was just a bit.
I thought you actually were. I was gonna
Ooh,
say
that was
I think
bad.
We can find something easy for you to do.
No, I gotta keep a fucking... Even if I did, I'd have to keep Fridays and Saturdays off. Because fucking my grandfather needs me on those weekends.
Got you.
Oh my god, my asshole. That one was not good.
Bend that chair out.
Dude, if I stand up right now, something's slipping. Feel like Clay Aiken, baby.
You gotta take a little fiver.
Little fivers on it, you know, 30.
Smoke that, it'll go away. It's the shit that killed Kennedy. It's the shit that killed Mark Wahlberg.
Don't you say that. Don't you say that about Mocky Mock.
Take it back.
Don't you
I'm
put that
sorry.
evil on us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You say sorry to the whole Boston community too.
Sorry, Boston.
Marky Mark would have stopped
Massachusetts.
9/11 if he was on
You
that.
heard
plane.
him?
Could've.
Yeah, he said it would have happened differently.
Saying all I'm saying is them terrorists wouldn't have been able to handle me.
He said it would have ended with a lot of blood and me saying, "All right, folks, we're about to land at the nearest church."
I don't know why, but fucking just like the whole like I'm different like and stuff. The fuck I was watching when I was watching UFC last night. Some guy got a heel hook submission, and just everyone in the comments were like, "Wow, that's crazy," but I would have just stood up. And that shit just kills me. Everything's like I would have just stood up. Just stand up, bro. What are you doing?
Talk is
I would have been like,
cheap.
"Yo, that's crazy. I would have just gotten more bread."
Yeah,
I would
facts.
have just kept getting bread. I don't know.
Dude getting choked out. Wow, that's crazy, bro. I would have just stood up on him.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love ignorant comment section.
The internet is fucking
Undefeated.
undefeated.
There's
Mentally,
very few who have defeated the internet.
my cousin fucked me up one time when the first time I took acid. My cousin looked at me. He goes, "You know what's crazy? Like I always like heard like the way the world's gonna end. They say in the Bible is by a web." And like he's like, when I was younger, I used to think about like a big spider taking over the world and stuff. He's like, imagine if it's the internet. And I was like, oh, fuck. Why would you say that? I was like, why would you say that to me while I'm on acid right now? I already am seeing spider webs in my wallet. Why the
Yo.
fuck?
I like that.
Nothing was
Yeah,
funny.
right.
Remember we were at
Yeah.
we were at some coffee place, and I wasn't tripping, but Haley and Jared were tripping. And Haley just like opens up. Was it you or Haley? Was it you? You like Jared opens up his wallet. He goes, "It's like cobwebs in my fucking wallet right now."
I thought about it later on too. Like that was kind of like a weird, like unintentional, symbolic joke for like being broke. Like this cobwebs hasn't been, my wallet has been fucking touched in that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was because I was looking at the money. If you look at like $1, like or like it's more so I think with $20 bills. If you look at them, there's like this weird like design on them and shit, and just like the crazy hazy glossiness of
Yeah.
everything on acid. Like it just looked like there was like this, it was covered in like this silky web.
Mhm.
So that's why I said it. But I was tripping balls that time. Balls.
If there's
Big
really
balls.
aliens, dude, I just want to trip stack with them.
Honestly, I always envisioned like my perfect way to die would be to jump out of a plane at like 50,000 feet and just like drink like a whole vial of liquid LSD.
Yeah.
Because that's going to hit you within seconds and just free falling.
Well, I mean,
at
just
50,000.
take the
I'm
liquid
going
LSD.
head first.
Take the liquid LSD before you jump off, because no matter what, if you drink that much liquid LSD, you're going off that building one way or another.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take it and jump out of the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take the LSD, jump out of the plane, and die gracefully on a highway somewhere. I'm going to aim for someone's backyard.
Someone's stuck in traffic. Like
Beef just
Right on the hood.
Beef's like, here I go. I'm gonna land in this person's yard. All right, I'm not gonna hurt
Little kid's
anybody.
birthday party.
No, just hits the fucking pool.
It's like a clown or like a magician.
That's what I was hoping. I was kind of hoping, like, ruin a 6-year-old's birthday party and potentially their whole life.
You know what's the one that just made me think? You know what one of the best, like, most artistic movie scenes ever is? In Billy Madison. Remember in The Dream when the clown's on the stilts and he gets knocked? Or no, that's in real life, I think. When he's on the stilts and he gets knocked over and he falls and he cracks his head off the cement and he's just smiling, bleeding out.
I don't remember that. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
That's a good ass movie, son.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, that's the one where he goes to
Yeah.
kindergarten again, right? Kindergarten
Wow, I
into
haven't seen
12th
that
grade.
movie in a long time.
That's a good ass movie,
That
bro.
Little Nicky movie that we
Oh
watched.
my
That was such a
God.
good movie.
I rewatched it twice
Did you?
already.
Yeah.
That shit is the
good.
funniest. It's just
It's my
like,
favorite
oh
Adam
my
Sandler
god,
movie.
Chicago kicks ass. I was just. And
I haven't seen Little Nicky.
Judas
Chicago Kid.
kick ass. Said Judas Priest, maybe.
Whoa.
I just reminded me that's what people do the Louis J. Gomez voice. Fucking
Judas Priest, maybe.
Judas Priest, maybe.
This shit is the funniest shit.
Doesn't he like drown himself in a bathtub in that movie to try and kill himself to get back to
Yeah,
hell? Like
the other dude does
Yeah.
it. He's just like,
It was like-
fuck you, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that movie was a fucking class. Billy Madison, they had fucking Chris Farley was the bus driver.
Yeah.
He's like, that Veronica Vaughn is one hot. That's what Jevin used to say in high school. That Veronica Vaughn is one
Yeah.
hot piece of ace. If you know what I'm saying, I messed around with it. And he goes, no, you didn't. No, I didn't. But my friend Herman got it on. No, they didn't. But you could imagine, right?
You know what we need? An on-set Dunkin'.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's gonna be something we do. Moose, I'm watching.
It's supposed to be a snowstorm on Wednesday.
Wednesday? I heard it was supposed to be late in the week, but Wednesday's pretty dope. Although, that doesn't affect us. We're gonna have work.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I wish you guys didn't have work, because then we can just get a big old Boxo Joe kid.
Facts. But we're gonna have work regardless.
We need a good like weekend fucking snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
We
this
still
snow.
got time. Winter just started.
Yeah,
Fuck this
facts.
snow.
I'm hoping for a good weekend joint next.
If I can't fucking go out and snort it, I don't want it.
Look at all this cocaine.
I got all this cocaine.
Honestly, what is it? Sanitation? Yeah, sanitation isn't too bad.
Oh, you did it?
We did it.
Oh, that's just what it is?
Yup.
That's it?
Yup.
Really? I was going to do that the other day when I was there, but I was like, I didn't pay too close of attention when Eric, like, got it and, like,
Yeah.
set it up and shit with the air hose. Like, I looked at the air hose, I was like, I think I could do it, but I was like,
Maybe wait one more time.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
feel
you know
you.
what? Like, we
I
just
feel like
did
I
it.
could totally do it.
Yeah, I figured I could have done it. I just didn't want to fuck anything up or whatever and just be alone while I fuck
Mhm.
anything up. It's good to have somebody there.
Mhm.
Like, as soon as I walked in there and I didn't even see Eric anywhere, I was like,
Like, ooh, boy.
this ain't good.
Yeah.
You just gotta look his pussy right in the middle of us doing a fucking podcast.
God damn it. And now I'm calling PETA on him.
Yeah, I would.
Peter Griffin,
Yeah.
a local legend.
Moof probably got a pretty good smelling muff. He's always cleaning that shit.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You think-
Ah.
Well, Fall River, too.
That's true, yeah. That Peter Griffin.
Took you a second.
Yeah.
But, oh, man.
It's hot as fuck in here. It's like
I know,
someone
I had
was
to take my
fucking in
shit
here.
off. I thought it was because
Yeah,
I took.
I don't
I thought it was because I
remember.
drank all the coffee and took the Adderall.
I'm not that hot over here. I mean, I
Burning
don't know
up.
how to on
I
though.
think because I'm dehydrated too. 'Cause my body feels like shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah?
need to drink some water.
This is the part where we beat Jared up. Jumping beef.
Yo,
I'm defenseless right now.
he said I'm defenseless right now.
Too much coffee, not enough water.
Ah, I hit my arm on that.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
Devin,
Moose, give me a water.
let's talk about the mask situation earlier.
No, I'm an asshole.
Where this lazy piece of
You
shit.
get a water.
Folks, if he's already offering to go down to the fucking Bristol House of Pizza because he has to pay for his food, why can't he just pay for my food with my money?
He wanted me to pay separately for his food for him because he didn't want to walk downstairs and get it.
No. I feel like
And
I'm
then
entitled to
he
that.
said, I need a mask, hoping nobody would have a mask for him.
Yep.
And then when someone offered him a pretty shitty mask, he goes, I have a mask. And he pulls one out of his pocket. So, I feel like I want to find a way we can get a debate on if we should use paintball gun or water gun filled with probably cat pee.
Oh, I fucking hate you. What the fuck, guy? Over a fucking not going out to get a fucking sandwich, you son of a bitch?
I feel like you just need to learn a lesson.
I'm
at
sticking a
that point.
potato in your fucking exhaust now.
Sticking a potato in your butt, kid.
Kid, I got 10 up already.
Yo, how about a crowbar?
I've done it before.
I'll hook it in with the hook end, and there's ooh.
You never got something stuck up there, and you stick the crowbar up and you pry it open?
with your knee like that?
Yeah, what
Like,
you
bend
do
it over
is
your knee?
you put it in the butt, and then
Okay.
you could put the bendy part
bendy part to
under
the
your
end.
foot, like it clips under your foot, and then you push down with the foot, and it just opens the ass right
Mm.
up.
See, what I like to do is I just kind of take two of them, bend you over, and just like that, and just stick my leg right in.
Yeah, right in. You can
Yeah,
do that
whole
too.
leg.
Just get the next leg in. You get the
Start going up.
Roll yourself in. Control it. You're gonna have to control the body upside down, but walking on your hands and shit.
Yeah,
But then I'll give birth to you in 9 months, and I'll be out.
out of your mouth.
Yeah, out of my mouth.
So a
I'll die.
C-section, that'll be pretty weird.
I'll definitely die,
Yeah. I mean, granted, if you're not dead already, that'd be kind of weird. My balls would be dangling in your throat.
but yeah. I don't know. Jared just touched me. I think that's it's grounds for gay court. We should go to gay court now.
Gay court? Did you touch him sexually?
I didn't mean to.
You just rubbed up against me.
but it was not in a.
Mook
See?
said, "Mike,
Wasn't
the
in a
camera."
Homo sapien way.
Understandable.
Folks, I just want to let you know, I ain't no gay boy or nothing, but I'll suck a few dicks if you toss them my way.
You're a hetero sapien.
I feel like we should put Devin in a situation, like, low-key record him and see what he does in a situation where he's, like, really folded and,
Camera's
like,
dead.
I think we should.
camera's
I
dead.
was charged that whole time. That's so weird.
Wow.
It was at full battery.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to cut this one short. Mine's about to stop recording.
Mamma mia.
Well,
Baba Booey.
That's
due
it.
to,
We're putting you on Craigslist.
yeah.
I'm down. Men for men.
So,
That's it. Suck a
As you-
dick.
shut the fuck up.
Fucking asshole.
Stay beautiful.
Stay black. Stay purple. Stay all the rainbow.